Stephanie's at Cremorne. Good morning, Stephanie.
And good morning, Mark. Just before I get to the stupefying obscenity of the T-shirt and the person wearing it, excuse me, may I say that Andrew Bragg and the rest of the woke green left, the Photius gang, the Alex Hawkes in the Liberal Party, are the reason why there have been massive defections federally and state from the Liberal Party. And where have we gone? We've gone to One Nation. I'm a member. She's at least a fighter who cares about the country and could give a, two hoots about being woke, green or left. But
just on that, Stephanie. Yes. So if I can interrupt, just on that,
sure.
Is that what appeals to you as far as Pauline Hanson and One Nation, that they've given you a definitive option and alternative to what this Labor government is doing? Because that's what I keep prosecuting on this program, as you've probably heard, that what we're getting at the moment from the coalition is just this big question mark on net zero, this big question mark on immigration. But at least with Pauline Hanson, you know exactly black and white on what she stands for.
You've got it in one. That's exactly why we're going. And indeed, for the Liberal Party, you wouldn't know. Nobody knows what they stand for anymore. And there she is, Susan Lee. We'll have, we've been here 6 months, but let's have another little review about this. We've got plenty of time because the election's not for another 2 years or so. Are they? No, they're not serious. I mean, they deserve to be smashed and thrown out. I wouldn't give tuppence for them.
What are your thoughts on this T-shirt?
Well, some have said, I've heard, that the sight of this individual sauntering down the steps of an aircraft after yet another whirlwind cruise with a T-shirt that carried a message of such obscenity, which was purely designed, I think, to throw yet another bomb into our Jewish communities. There's nothing naive about this bloke. This was deliberate. He knew exactly what message that T-shirt carried. He must have changed out of a suit, presumably left in a suit. Very unusual to see a Prime Minister of a country sauntering down in a T-shirt anyway. But this was done deliberately. From October 7, 23, this person, and Wong and Burke and Bowen and all the rest of them, Katie Gallagher and the Mean Girls, those really nasty, spiteful Mean Girls, they have done nothing except drive blazing petrol tankers into the heart of our Jewish community, into those Australians, into this country. That's you and me. We're Australians, Mark. So are our Jewish people. And to come down that aircraft step in that T-shirt, what was an obscenity of such breathtaking arrogance, you can hardly believe it. Most of us never thought Whitlam's arrogance would ever be superseded. This guy stalks around the world like some starstruck stage door Johnny, clasping double-handed handshakes with communist China and calling them our friend. It is frightening what this person is doing. He has, not single-handedly, but by golly, he has broken this country into so many pieces deliberately. He said pre-22 election, I'm going to change the country. Well, he wasn't lying about that, Mark.
Yep, and you know where the division started, Stephanie? It was with the voice referendum. Here he was saying, I'm going to unite the country and I'm going to do politics differently. Well, it started off with the voice referendum. That divided Australia, and now he's divided Australia by recognising a Palestinian state in the midst of, while he's dealing with the United States and undermining their pursuit of this ceasefire that, has obviously deteriorated over recent days. But, all the while the Jewish Australians, a section of our community, feels like it's left out because of the division that is being stoked by the Labor government.
And his hard left mob down there in Victoria wouldn't give two hoots in hell about referendums. They could care less. The fact the entire country went to vote and overwhelmingly said what it felt, they could care less about that. They're going their own hard left way. It was, you could predict it. That's where they're going. And this person, this dangerous individual who is so secretive and certainly in a lot of information which is now being debated in Parliament to be kept from our prying eyes. It's like, Russia, Soviet Russia with one newspaper prounder up at the top. It'll control everything if they're given enough time. But you've got the Liberal Party, God help us. What do you think they're doing? What are they doing?
Well, Stephanie, you heard it this morning from Andrew Bragg. He couldn't even support Susan Lee in calling for an apology from the Prime Minister. It's like watching a headless chook run around the backyard at the moment. Stephanie, lovely to hear your voice, and thanks for calling through. I've got to run 10:15.